Howdy y'all, Future SK here. While editing this episode, we discovered that my microphone for the first half of it had started to experience some technical difficulties. There's some static that comes in through my voice channel. It wasn't too terrible, and I went through and cleaned up all the audio as best as I could, but it still doesn't sound particularly great. Just want you to know that we've since replaced that cable, and there are no issues with it in the second half. But for about 30 minutes to an hour and a half in, there will be occasional static in my voice. Unfortunately, this game is a mystery, so we can't really re-record it. But hopefully, you'll still enjoy the episode anyway. Thank you. Hi.
What's up?
How are you, each of you? You doing all right? I can hear you when you reply, so you should absolutely speak aloud in whatever location you happen to be in and respond to everything I say to you.
It's true.
It'll make you look healthy and normal. This month, our patrons voted for us to play a game from Honza-Vavra, a point-and-click adventure game developer. And we were immediately drawn towards their most recent title, Shards of God, described as a murder mystery, Name of the Rose meets Dune. Which, okay, if you want to laser target Vivian, you can do it that way. That's one way to do it. We got to get our murder mystery caps on. I think we can do this. It shouldn't be more than I think it's supposed to be a couple hours. It shouldn't be more than 2, maybe 3 episodes for us. Let's see how we go. New game. God Emperor Moon has ruled over the nation for millennia. Nation capital. None dare challenge the immortal's power. Okay. Only the Sisters of Vigil are privy to the Emperor's secrets. When the divine ruler calls, the sisters answer. All right. They listen, they observe, they ask questions, they solve problems. So what's the over-under on Moon existing? Or being just a figurehead?
I don't know.
Like a Big Brother scenario. Oh, that noise. All right. Immediately, I'm into this. Immediately, I'm into this. Vigilant Mother Superior. Vigilant Sister Inferior?
This is Sister Ava, in training, and you must be Judge Morris.
Alas, the judge is currently indisposed. I'm Xavian, Imperial Scholar, Keeper of Knowledge, Archivist of Ancient...
Our matter is urgent, Master Xavian.
Certainly, when His Holiness calls, the sisters must come running. And may I inquire?
You may not.
Understood. Well, I am here to assist you, if you wish to peruse the Imperial Library.
It has been a pleasure.
Wow. Not stopping to chat with this guy. Don't worry, she's always like this. I am all about this already. This is great. I don't know what to expect.
Here we come. Ava.
Yes, Mother Tiabata?
You have been preparing for this moment, yes? Beyond this door lie Moon's chambers. Now, before we enter...
I am prepared, Mother Tiabata. I have recited the prayers, revised the vows.
Yes, yes. Look, Ava, the Emperor.
May his grace forever shine upon us.
May not exactly be what you expect.
Oh, do not worry, Mother Superior. I am strong in the faith.
Yes, that's the problem.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, well, you will process it one way or another.
Process what, Mother Tiabata?
I have always preferred showing over telling. Follow me, Ava.
All right. I'm all about this.
Your Highness.
I bow before thee, O Moon, bringer of light.
Hello. Anybody in there?
Conqueror of
I said, is anybody in there?
Mother Tiabata.
Looks like I will have to open it myself then.
Open what? What? What on earth? There were all kinds of things I was prepared for, but not that. But what? What?
Oh my.
What? Oh.
We have a problem on our hands, Ava. Take your time.
Many deep breaths later. So the God Emperor Moon, the holiest of the holy, he whose light illuminates the darkest of souls, is a suit?
That's somewhat reductive. Moon is a dynasty which decided a long time ago to become a god.
By wearing a suit?
Still reductive, but I'll grant it. The people in the suit might change with passing generations, but Moon lives on.
He doesn't seem very alive now. Okay, let's start by who knows about this. When we've got conspiracies pretending someone, we need to know who's in on it, right? That's the important thing from the get-go. So who knows about this?
Me, you, most of the other Sisters of Vigil.
Okay. And that's it?
That's it. To everyone else, the God Emperor has been the same entity for millennia.
So that can't be true, because the Sisters of Vigil, yes, but also whatever dynasty is providing the people to go in there.
Unless they come out of vats.
Oh. I don't want to think about that right now. All right.
It is interesting, though. Someone would need to know there was a guy in there and know how to open and close it and so on in order to kill the guy. So that narrows us down a bit.
Yeah, that certainly narrows it down.
Unless that's what they want us to think.
The problem is that Sisters of Vigil, right, is going to be that's a group of people, right?
Yep.
And unfortunately, without knowing the exact number, that means any number of points where that information could have leaked.
Yep.
I don't see that happening without good reason. Maybe one of the sisters, had a crisis of faith after learning who Moon was and would decide to give it out that way. But among the faithful are people who are incentivized to stay within the in-group here.
Yeah.
Giving away that information jeopardizes their position and their power. So how does the suit work? And the suit, a
marvel of technology. It maintains all life functions. Most emperors can barely walk by themselves. Everything is provided for them by the suit. And it is virtually impenetrable. Only the Emperor and the Sisters of Vigil can open it.
So wait, the Emperor is... Okay. Oh yeah, you opened the suit. What sorcery was that?
Not sorcery, technology. The amulet of Vigil we carry has many perks. No door stays closed to the Vigilant Sisters.
Including the door into the God Emperor. So wait, the God Emperor is different from the Emperor.
The God Emperor is the suit.
Oh, okay, the suit can open itself.
Yes, but other than that, you could fire the nation's most advanced weapons at this suit, and it would barely leave a dent.
Okay. So that's interesting. So then that means... That does seem to narrow it down. So... Because now we got, keys involved, right? So, in order to open it, it has to be one of she said the amulets that we carry, meaning that Ava has one as well.
Yep.
So any of the sisters have that amulet. Is that something they can give away? Is that something they could give to someone else? It's looking more and more like an inside job the more we learn.
We say having clicked twice in this game so far.
Do you
We've
want
got
me
mystery
to
brain.
not try to do...
No,
This is what the people want. The people want us to mystery brain. I'm doing it.
Good.
So who is the dead man on the floor? Who is this? Was this man?
Appearances would make it seem that we are looking at the latest incarnation of the God Emperor.
So he summoned us before his death?
Alas, no. The suit has a security system. If the Emperor's life is waning, a distress call is sent to the Vigilant Sisters. That's why we are here. We wouldn't want somebody else to find him who smites all evil in this state, now would we?
Huh. I like how she phrased it, like, it appears. It could be, like, how familiar are they with the person inside the suit? Could that be just a rando?
Yeah, it could be. Could be that emperors die off real fast and they have a new guy every week and they'd have no way to know if this was a legit one.
We need to know, like, how regular this so I guess that's what we're about to ask. Who will be the new emperor? How is that decided? If Moon is a dynasty, then where are the other moons? Who becomes the emperor now?
To my knowledge, the latest moon had no direct descendants, but there are protocols in place for such cases. Secret heirs in secret locations. Once we report back to the Order, the Elder Mothers will know what to do.
Let's do that then. Let's report to the Order.
No, not before we have some answers. This situation, nothing like this has ever happened before, and I'm not letting anyone make a mess of things before I've had time to think.
You know who this is reminding me of immediately?
Whom?
Because this kind of setup where, like, no... Oh, go ahead.
So, for the time being, nobody, and I mean nobody, must know about what happened here.
Yes, Mother Superior. What do we do now?
Well, this is a very unusual scenario. Very, very unusual. I need to think. Meanwhile, be a good vigilant sister and observe, will you? Examine the suit, and the body, too. Talk to me when you're finished. Now just let me think.
Okay, the body.
So peculiar. The blood, the plates.
Mother Tabata?
So peculiar.
She's not listening. Left mouse button to interact and right mouse button to examine. Can access items in your inventory by moving the cursor to the top of the screen. Amulet of Vigil, what is this?
That's the amulet.
The Amulet of Vigil. I can open any lock. Okay, that's good to know. Let's take a moment and collect ourselves here.
So you're about to say a thing.
Yeah. I love the setup, but it's reminding me a lot of, like, I'm getting Misericord vibe out of it. Right, like, with the soup in that game being like, no, I don't want to run this up the chain until I have answers. I need to take control of this.
Yeah, I need the control and the credit so that I don't get shit for this happening on my watch.
Oh, right. So, like, is she doing this because Tabata thinks she's going to get shit for it? Like, is she like I guess why wouldn't she go directly to the other sisters like Ava suggested? Like you said, because she might catch shit for it. She wants the credit for solving it on her own, or she's involved in it in some way and knows more about what's happening here than she's letting on, and needs someone who is pliable, like us, to help in a perfunctory way in order to help cover her story somehow. Right? Those seem to be the ones that jump out at me here. What you got?
Could be that some of it is... This is not supposed to be public knowledge that there is a guy here to kill, much less have it happen.
Yep.
So she might suspect the other sisters. And that would give a good reason not to call them in.
She might suspect it. Yeah, because obviously, like, who else would? God, we have old adventure game saves too. We have to do saves. We have to remember. I saw that there were automatic saves, and I'm thankful for that. But we will do automatic saves as well at certain points here. Drop a save.
Let's click on some stuff.
Yeah, let's start clicking. All right, so the suit and the body are the important things for us to look at. So let's look at the other stuff first.
Yeah, let's look at the balcony.
I will admire the view later. Okay. I don't want to carry it around. I don't have time to rest. The decorative bowl. You shouldn't be moving anything here. Besides, it looks very heavy.
What if you right-click that bowl?
Beautifully crafted.
Okay, so click is interact, right-click is examine.
Got it. This must be the creature known as Nath. Can't wait to see one in the flesh. A Nath is what that thing is with the big snout and the legs. Okay. They look very comfortable. It's a beautiful vase, but as vigilant as I try to be, I can see no relation to the Emperor's murder. Perhaps the killer climbed in and out through the balcony?
Highly doubtful. This is the tallest and best guarded tower in the whole nation. But yes, it is a possibility, I suppose.
Okay, so from what the vibe I get from that is not technically impossible, but it would involve, it's not a trivial matter. We would need to, like, in order to assume that, we would need to establish some method first. We should keep it open, but unless a method presents itself, like, that's probably not likely to be the... It's a decorative plate with Moon's face on it.
So you have seen what is there. Now do you also see what is not there?
Huh?
Never mind, you'll get there.
The empty space. I had noticed that early on, and I was like, huh, like, it's lacking the symmetry, right?
Yep.
This doesn't look right. There are 3 plates on the left, but only 2 on the right? Either a plate is missing or a Moon's Imperial Decorator has no sense of symmetry.
Aha, finally, the Acolyte shows some observation skills.
Mother Ciabatta, you act as if this was the most important thing we have seen today.
It may well be, Ava, it may well be.
Okay. I don't know what the importance of it is yet. I mean, I guess it is, like, it signifies that something happened with it.
Observe Mother Ciabatta.
Oh. Deep in thought as always. Can we talk with her? Mother Ciabatta?
Have you finished, Ava?
Well,
Have you examined the body? What are you waiting for then? Get to it.
I thought I'd look at everything else in the room first. Exit. Oh, she's blocking the exit.
Yeah.
I doubt. So we got the Emperor on the floor, some pillows, a vase. Oh, there's a plant here. Let's take a look.
At the plant.
Is this a nath plant? I hear the way they grow those is very unique. Nothing to do with the dead Emperor, though. A nath plant, but a nath creature. What?
Interesting.
That's...
Go down from the plant. Flower pot.
The flower pot. What'd I do with it? I'll leave it where it is. Oh, right. A very mediocre looking flower pot. I expect something fancier in the Emperor's chambers. Mediocre looking flower pot, huh? Almost like they had to replace it? Just some ugly empty pots. I don't see any connection with the task at hand. Well, this one plate looks brighter. Is that just it's a decorative plate with Moon's face on it. Okay.
Doesn't seem like
Just
it.
like might be the coloration. Okay. Is there anything else we can look at? There is a lot to see in this, so I want to make sure we take our... Can we look at the curtains? No? Okay. Can we examine the amulet? Amulet of Vigil. Okay, got it. Cool. All right. Do we want to start with the suit or the Emperor? Suit?
Yep.
Oh, so we're looking at the inside of the door here.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. Metal bar. What is this? A latch?
It's a twin steel rod.
Okay. But what does it do?
Before the lid closes, the rod rotates to fit into the 2 holes on the suit's main part.
Before it closes, the rod rotates to fit into the 2 holes in the suit's main part.
It then literally wraps itself around the insides of the suit and welds itself to it, only to be separated again when the Emperor, and nobody but the Emperor, chooses.
So it's a latch.
Yes, Ava, it's a latch.
That's interesting. So she's saying that
The Emperor chose not to latch it.
the Emperor chose... So how was she certain she'd be able to open it when she came in?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Did the Amulets of Vigil always do the big laser?
I don't know.
That's...
What else?
What?
Is anything else interactive?
Yes,
there? Okay.
yes. Sorry, I was just trying to process what we had just learned and, like,
Okay.
yeah, find some follow-up questions for it. Blood. Here's blood on the inside of the lid. Okay. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Can we hear that explanation? It's just a latch, right? And she said, the Emperor and only the Emperor can open it. Okay. Where the lid closes, the rod turns so its ends can fit into the 2 little holes in the main part of the suit, then holds the suit closed. Okay, so I see. So it like turns 90 degrees. Okay, cool. Interesting. The Emperor's body and wound. Okay. He looks young for a god. He's been stabbed in the chest with something. Perhaps a knife? Or a laser.
Ooh.
Like, we don't know how the crystals work or like the amulets work, right? Like, did she just fire a laser through it? I don't know. I don't know how this setting does yet. Okay. But I think what's clear about this is that, at least naively from what we've seen, the Emperor had to see who was out there, let themselves out, got stabbed or killed, and then their body was put back in and the door closed, and it wasn't latched when it was closed again, because it couldn't be, because the Emperor couldn't, you can only latch it from the inside.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So, I think we can rule out suicide.
Yeah,
because I don't see how...
Unless he took a long time to bleed out and spent that time climbing back in.
Shoot, you're right. That is absolute. No, that's absolute. I suspect though, like we would have like a blood trail.
Yeah.
Or something like that's not a clean thing you do. So and look again at the body. Like there's no gore or anything else around. It's just blood there, and blood presumably where the body was falling against the door.
Yeah. Then again, if we're going by visibility of blood, there's not enough blood in the room.
Yeah, we
so
don't.
I don't know if we are
if
meant
the Emperor
to.
was placed there, and again, do we know that this is the Emperor? Have we established? We're assuming it.
We're assuming it.
We're assuming it. Okay.
Right, but what I mean to say is it's not clear to me that yet whether presence of blood and where, other than the point it's cued in on, is meant to be.
Right.
One of the things, because there's clearly none in the room or inside the rest of the suit. So even if he was killed there. So.
Yeah, so like, are we meant to take that?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to go over a whole bunch of stuff, but you know, it's better to keep our options wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Feels good to be back in it. We're doing another mystery. I love this. Oh, god dang it. Our channel made us into these people. Let's talk with Mother Ciabatta. Not Ciabatta, Mother Ciabatta.
This makes me really want Italian bread.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Your pronunciation.
I'm sorry. I've examined the room as you suggested, Mother Ciabatta. Ciabatta?
And?
They were not stabbed while in the suit. We came across it. He was stabbed in the chest with a sharp object. Plate missing from the wall. There is no murder weapon. There's a couple of things here that are important. I don't think we can conclude the victim was stabbed while in the suit. I think we when we were talking about it, we were reasonably like, that doesn't seem to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
He was stabbed in the chest with a sharp object. Possibly. Doesn't necessarily need to be stabbed. We don't know. It could be like a look at the setting. There could be a gun or other projectile weapon, right? Plate missing from the wall. There is no murder weapon. Let's start with there's a plate missing from the wall.
Yep.
I don't see what bearing this has on anything, but...
Anything may be of importance.
Well, there's that decorative plate missing from the wall.
Oh yes, the missing plate.
But why would anyone kill a god to steal a plate?
Strange, isn't it? That is what intrigues me. It doesn't fit.
Perhaps the plate just broke at some point and never got replaced? Or his eternal light didn't care much about symmetry?
Perhaps.
I like the way she's thinking about it in terms of like, why is that the case? Like, because it could be a benign reason, right? It could just be like, oh, just one broke and no one got around to replacing it yet. But like, if it is related, it's super weird. There is no murder weapon here.
Yeah.
I found nothing here that could have been used to kill this man. Not in the way that he was killed anyway.
No murder weapon then, noted.
The victim was stabbed with a sharp object. Let's go with...
Yeah.
I'm no medicine woman, but it seems Moon was stabbed in the chest with something sharp. A knife?
Yes, it would appear so. Interesting. So we were meant to conclude that he was stabbed while in the suit.
Because we watched Ciabatta unlock it. I think is what we were meant to take from that. Oh, I actually hadn't put that together. Yeah, so I guess yeah, that would be like, oh, he would have. If we're taking that all at face value, she unlocked it. The victim was stabbed while in the suit.
We have to click it one
I
way or
still
another.
don't buy that that's the... Because, like, if it was one of the other sisters, right? That could have taken him out, stabbed him, put him back in, and then relocked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't buy that this is the case. Oh, wait, no, because only the Emperor can unlock it. There's blood on the inside of the suit's lid. Must have got there when the Emperor's chest was pierced.
Which means...
He was indeed killed while inside the suit?
Good job.
But even if the suit could be penetrated, that would surely leave a mark.
Exactly. You see now why this is so interesting.
Interesting is one way to put it. What do we do now?
Simple. To learn how the crime was committed, we must recreate it.
Oh, no!
You get in there and I'll get to stabbing.
Recreate it?
Oh yes, that will be your task, Ava. Explore the city and find out by what means this man could have been killed. Then demonstrate it to me.
Less than an hour ago, I thought Moon was a god. Then I learned it was a man and that he is dead. I have to find a way to kill him?
Throw them in at the deep end is what I always say.
Where should I start? I've never been to the Imperial City.
Find that scholar man, Xavian. I believe he said he would be at the library. He should help you find your way around.
And what will you do? Apologies, Mother Superior, but what will you do? You seem much better suited for this task.
I will observe from a distance and think. This situation...
It's most peculiar, I know.
She has some cheek.
I'll be on my way then.
Yes, yes, off you go.
I guess it would help us in the beginning to like, and if I...
The plate. Why the plate? Maybe, but no, that's not possible.
And she's not listening again. What if the plate is just a red herring and like, the Mother Superior here actually did have a hand in it?
Could be.
Because again, the thing where the Emperor has to be the one to lock it is important. Is there? But
I don't know if that's... I think we may be confusing two things.
Open any lock.
This can open any lock, but we are talking about a latching mechanism that I don't know if it's the same as the lock on the suit or not. It wasn't clear to me. Because it said...
Well, we presumably watched her do that with her amulet to the suit, which unlatched it and caused the body to fall out.
So, that's exactly what I'm not sure about. When we were talking about unlocking it, and then we were talking about latching it. Is the latch the same as the lock, or are those two different things?
I think until we have a reason to believe otherwise that they are the same thing.
Because in that case, we have the confusing piece of information that we've been explicitly told both that only the Emperor can open the latch, and that the Emperor and the sisters can open the lock.
I thought it was only the Emperor could close. Let's look at that again. Hold on. It closes, rod turns.
Yeah, we don't have the dialogue anymore, but that's fine.
That's fine. Oh, we can look at the fruit. Nath fruit. They say it's very nutritious. Okay. Deep in thought as always.
Well,
all right, well, let's drop
city.
a save.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess we're going to go out and observe the city now.
Yeah.
Can we go out to the balcony? We can't. Okay. Okay. Oh, it'll give us the arrow when we move. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Moon's chambers in the library. Okay. Cool.
Library, timeberry. What?
That's you.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Mother Tiabata? Where are you? How are you speaking to me?
Your amulet, Acolyte. I said it has many perks.
It's a communication device.
Not only that, it allows me to see what you see, hear what you hear.
Feels a little invasive.
Yet practical. This way you can be my eyes and ears, Ava.
Oh,
I have noted people tend to be a little tense when I address them.
I wonder why that is.
Anyway, I will contact you in due time. Proceed with your investigation.
Yeah, the exact same thing. Greetings, Vigilant Sister. Pardon me for asking, but who were you just talking to? Oh, Master Xavian, was it? Oh, do you want to be Xavier? So
Sure. Should I be everybody other than the main character here?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it. Just talking to myself, I do that all the time. Not even lying. Yeah, now that I said that out loud as well.
Do not fret, sister. I understand the burden of a restless mind. All the thoughts they just want out, do they not?
I suppose. Anyway, it's good I ran into you. Mother Superior said you can help me find my bearings.
Certainly, ask away.
All right. Tell me about the Emperor's close circle. As omnipotent as Moon is,
May his light forever illuminate our paths.
he must have had his people, no? Somebody who is, so to speak, second in command.
Certainly, I pride myself to be one of those people. As the Imperial Scholar, my duty is to obtain and preserve knowledge. Then there is Radina. You will find her at the Nath Farms. Next is Morris the Judge. As I relayed when we first met, he is currently indisposed. But he will surely soon be back to preside over any legal matters you may have. Catullus is the head priest. You will find him in the temple. And finally, Rutulus the General. As his title would suggest, he is in charge of military matters.
Okay. We've got a couple of other people that, in addition to the sisters, who we could suspect.
Yeah.
Okay. Please help me find my way around the city.
But of course, as you know, this is the Imperial Library. It stores many scrolls of ancient wisdom and also the Emperor's decrees. Then there are the Nath Farms. They are a natural marvel to behold. See, the Nath are large creatures who live in the desert. Only they are able to extract resources from the ground, and so the only place where we are able to grow anything is on their skin. That's cool.
That's cool.
There is also the temple, a place devoted to honoring the great moon, and finally the forge. We use the nation's most advanced technology to produce machinery and weaponry there.
What do you think of the Emperor? What is your view of the Supreme Ruler, Master Xavier?
Honored be the ground he walks upon. I admire the wisdom a being such as him must possess. It is true he has been showing some more expansive tendencies lately, but who am I to question the intentions of a god?
Expansive tendencies, huh?
He doesn't seem very happy with his god.
Huh?
Huh? Only you can hear me, Ava. Don't give it away.
Understood.
I am glad you understand. Anything else? Emperor's decrees.
Okay, so we can relearn the names of the okay, cool. Mention the Emperor's decrees.
Yes, you will find them on the wall right here to your right hand. The Emperor's latest wishes and rulings are displayed there for all to see.
Judge Morris? You mentioned the judge is indisposed. How exactly?
Straight to the point. A vigilant sister indeed. But to be frank, I am not sure myself. An important legal matter, perhaps.
Okay, so Morris is AWOL, but we don't know why.
I'm sure he will tell you himself when you finally meet him.
That'll be all for now. Thank you, Master Xavier.
May Moon shine his light upon you, vigilant sister.
All right. Interesting.
Let's learn.
Let's learn. Let me drop another save here. Oh, the long-lost art of naming save files in adventure games. I just would love to browse the archives of this ancient library. I'm afraid I have more pressing matters to attend to. Perhaps I could come back if I'm looking for something specific. Oh, right. Sorry. I keep forgetting. Left-click, grab, right-click, look at. Archives of the Imperial Library are truly vast. All right. This is Xavier, the Imperial Scholar. Strikes me as an intelligent man, very refined. Perhaps somehow too refined? Can't put my finger on it, but there's something insincere about him. Something sneaky. Okay. There's a vault there. We saw the scrolls here. It's lamps, scrolls, lamp, vase. And another decorative piece of pottery with Moon's face on it. Reminds you of the missing plate from the Emperor's chamber. We're mentioning how, like, a nice vase was missing from there and was replaced with one that looked kind of crappy. Interesting. I don't know what it is, but there's something interesting. Something suspicious about the shape of this lamp. Let me take a closer look at it. Oh my god, there's more! A suspiciously lever-shaped lamp holder. A silicone bulb, it's very tight. It holds the bulb in. It's screwed in tight. I wonder if...
What's on your mind, Ava?
Nothing, it's just... Let me try something. Ha! I knew it! It's a lever! Can hear some hidden mechanism, but whatever it's supposed to trigger, it's not triggering.
Interesting.
What are you thinking, Mother Tabata?
Nothing just yet, but you've piqued my interest, Acolyte. I suggest you experiment some more and see what the mechanism does.
Yes, Mother. What does it have to do with the murder, though?
Perhaps nothing. We won't know until we know what this is. At present, we're just being vigilant, pulling at loose threads.
And by loose threads, you mean random levers?
Ah, yes, I suppose that's what I mean.
Okay, so let's not worry about those for now. That's something... When we get some more info, because I don't want to brute force this. When we get some more info about what that might be, we can come back and try those again. I don't want to leave those over there, but there's more to the room over here. Okay, cool.
Let's look at the scrolls.
Yeah.
Scrolls of decrees.
Right, okay, that's the same.
Yeah, let's look at the decrees.
Okay, let's... Must be from several years ago. In his divine benevolence, Moon reduces farmers' daily working hours from 14 to 13. Generous. All right. From 2 years ago, the daily recitation of prayers is to be extended. Also, farmers who have attended the prayer for 7 consecutive days get 1 free extra hour in that week. Now he's really spoiling them. From last year, I think, taxes reduced for literate members of the population as they disproportionately contribute to the nation's intellectual wealth. People who are not literate, those being mostly farmers, will compensate for said reduction. I'm beginning to notice something here. Production is to be significantly increased in the forge. Matters of the nation's defense, apparently. Okay. Travel between the nation and the lands beyond is to be limited. A special permit is to be required to venture beyond the nation's borders. Always a good sign. Those who do not obey will not be welcomed back. Always a great sign when you're trying to consolidate, power and prevent your people from leaving. And what on earth was Moon trying to do here? A significant number of farmers are to be excused from their duties. Aha, good for them. As they are to be drafted to strengthen the defenses of the nation's outskirts. Oh. Okay, so maybe a war?
Yeah,
Conflict?
seems like the Emperor was preparing for a war.
Interesting. What about this vault here? Looks important. I wonder what's stored in there. Can we open it? Present, I see no reason to try to open it. Look important. I better leave them where they are. Oh, right. I forget. Clicking. Ah! Look at me proving how much of an adventure game noob I actually am. Another image of Moon. He truly is omnipresent. What am I supposed to do with it? Okay. I think that's all we can find in here. I didn't see anything else. Can we ask Xavian about some of this stuff?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. In that case, shall we...
Yeah.
Blue-skidoo?
Let's look around elsewhere.
All right. So we got a couple places we can go now. Learning. Remember when you had to do all these yourself? Autosave has spoiled us, I tell you. So we got the forge, the temple, and the farms. Let's start with the forge.
Sure.
This looks interesting.
Hey, you. What in Moon's name? Wait, a vigilant sister?
You must be Rutilius. Rutilis. A sister of the Vigil, yes.
I knew it. I saw your ship earlier.
You must be General Rutilis?
In the flesh. At present in command of the Imperial Forces of Moon. What brings you to the city, sister?
We are
Careful, Ava.
investing our time
Yes?
wisely. We are investing our time wisely.
Brilliant. Investing. Understood. Don't worry, sister. I won't ask about the Order's financial matters. But if you are looking to invest, you've come to the right place. What interests you here in the Forge?
What do you think of the Emperor? What's your opinion of the God Emperor, General?
Moon be praised, a wise leader. Now I'll admit, there was a time not so long ago I may have spoken differently, but I couldn't be happier with his recent decrees. The might of the nation shall expand. That's why you are here to invest, am I right?
Is there something wrong with your eye, Master Rudolus?
I was employing what we here in the city call the sly wink. Oh well, cultural differences.
Oh, okay. So I see. So Rudolus is used to selling some stuff on the side.
Is he?
Isn't that what he was trying to communicate?
I thought he was communicating that, oh yeah, you guys are here to invest wisely in the war machine for the war that we're about to launch.
Wink, wink.
Like, oh, you can't say why you're here. I won't ask about your financial matters, but you're here to invest in our war machine.
Gotcha. What do you do here in the forge, General Rudolus?
We produce. Can you hear the heavy machinery? The chips buzzing, the wheels turning.
I do.
Then you've heard the heartbeat of the nation, sister.
What does that machine over there do?
You have a keen eye, sister. My personal invention and for my personal use only. A replication device.
A replication device?
Provide it with an original model and some material, and it will create a perfect physical copy.
Can I use it?
As I said, my personal use only.
Interesting. Okay. The replication machine is for his use only. Must be on my way now.
Understood. Feel free to inspect our forge for investment opportunities.
Okay, fine. You're gonna be like that, buddy. Can I go back here? Okay, no. Okay, so there doesn't look like there's like a scroll on this one. Got it.
That's
like,
fine.
Okay, yeah. No, so I didn't expect there to be a scroll in the last room, so I was just, being vigilant. Now we're forging. Let's go ahead and machine. What is this? This is the duplication machine. It's not a touch screen. Oh, sorry. It says I should lower my eye to the sensor. Since I'm not the general, I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Well, wants to scan my eye. Okay, cool. Interesting. But oh, he was winking at us. I'm like, wait, hold on. Was he having eye troubles? No, okay. Did someone steal his eye? No. So don't worry, SK. You jumping ahead.
Let's look at the tools.
Look at the tools. A whole set of tools. A hammer, a chisel, and a screwdriver? Maybe the general has used those recently. But for what? See, some of these tools can help me pierce the Emperor's suit. I'll borrow them. I'm sure the general won't mind. It's for the good of the nation. Oh. Borrow this chisel from the forge. Lying on a table along with the hammer and screwdriver. Okay. Oh, I guess we just took those. Hell yeah. Grabbing stuff. It's searing hot. Nothing else to look at in here. Hey, I'm investing in these. All right. Got it. Okay, so we didn't really learn a whole lot here.
That's fine.
That's fine. We got some tools, though. That could be helpful. Maybe if we want to unscrew a bulb.
Yeah.
I don't know why we'd want to, but, these are really helpful and will definitely help me when I look back at them later. All right. So wasn't as much to do there. Do we want to try the temple first, then the farms?
Sure.
All right. Let's have a chat with Catalyst first, and then we'll look around. Greetings. You must be Master Catalyst.
That would be Father Catalyst, sister.
Pardon me, Reverend Father. Wait, so you address me as sister, but I call you Father?
Naturally, a sister of Vigil, yet you do not know the ways of the faith.
Oh, I did know. I just suddenly found it.
So God has been dead for less than a day, and you're already going off the leash, questioning customs. Focus and be respectful, Acolyte.
Yes, Mother.
I beg your...
Father! I meant Father!
Oh, brother.
That was funny. I've been admiring your temple, Father Catalyst.
No doubt. It draws pilgrims from all corners of the nation. Is that why you're here, Vigilant Sister?
One of the reasons, sure.
And have you had a chance to observe our historical carvings, much admired works of art? You may have read our Lord's story 1,000 times, but there is something about seeing it depicted. Something that just inspires.
And the statue?
And the statue, the holiest of holy in his classic contemplative pose, holding sunbeams that he has obtained from the sun itself.
Cool. What do you think? What is your opinion of our divine Lord, Father Catalyst?
Opinion. Should one have opinions about his divine light, sister?
I mean...
Certainly not. It is not my place to opine on the Lord, only to pray.
Of course, pardon thee.
And I do pray. I pray his eternal wisdom allows him to halt the military expansion he has been planning. And here we have yet another roundabout way to say I don't like what Moon is doing.
And what is your duty here, Father?
I see you really have traveled from afar. I'm the head priest. I preside over all matters of faith and worship, but my role is obvious. Really, sister, it is you who could be more forthcoming as to your mission here.
Well...
Ooh.
Ooh. Just fishing for pilgrimage, maybe?
Sure.
That collects my duty to travel to the Imperial City at least once in my training and pay respect to the God Emperor.
A sound reason. Yet I have not heard of this custom before, and no other vigilant sisters in training have journeyed here in the past.
It's a new rule?
Fine, sister, fine. I'll stop prying.
I'll be on my way, Father Catalyst.
May our divine Lord shine upon your path, sister.
Shoot. I was hoping So he's got some suspicion raised of us now.
That's fine.
That's fine. Let's look and see what there is around here.
Yeah, let's look at the carving.
Carvings. Okay, so all these are different carvings.
Oh, let's look at one.
Said that the dawn of time, moon and the sun were one. This engraving shows him at first in that form before he walked among mortals. Moon, still one with the sun, creates the solar system with his breath of light. Huh. This one could use some renovation. Wonder what Catalyst has to say about that. Shows Moon casting his holy light upon some barbaric desert dwellers. It's in bad taste. I might mention that to Catalyst. Yeah, this one looks a little ragged around the edges. Moon descends from the sun and brings light to the barbaric tribes of the Great Desert. It shows Moon using his divine power to improve the Gnath. I actually used to believe this. Wait, used to? I still believed it this morning. That's like a lifetime ago. Moon gives the Gnath their trunks, letting them to mine the depths of the desert for sustenance. Can't wait to see a Gnath.
Yeah.
The Imperial City. Looks like it's from a time when the library and the forge hadn't been built yet. The Imperial City of his holy light is built. This is us, the Sisters of Vigil. Can't see if he's also holding the sunbeams like the statue. Sisters are blocking the view. Pesky sisters. Moon meditates while the Sisters of Vigil keep guard. Shows Moon creating the nation's technology. Top left part stands out. Seems to have been added very recently. Is it the General's replication machine? And one seems to be missing here.
Or not yet added. It seems like there was an empty spot to add one.
Moon harnesses the power of the sun to create the nation's technology. Okay. Can we look at this one a little bit more? Because this one and this one seemed a little weird. Right, like that one looks almost like part of it was cut away and replaced with something. Because you can see the wall behind it, unlike the other ones, where it almost looks like it was painted on.
And it told us to talk to Catalyst about it.
Yeah, we'll do that in just a moment, because I do want to talk to him about it. Let's take a look at the statue. A statue of Moon in a meditative pose, holding 6 golden rods which represent sunbeams. Oh, could I not look at the beams? Got it. Anything else in here? Can we go further in? No. Okay. Father Catalyst, may I have a word with you again?
A brief word, sister, yes.
Noticed a new addition to one of the images here. In examining your historical carvings, if I'm not mistaken, something has been recently added to one of them?
Ah, that. General Rutulus and his replication machine.
Is that what that is? A box of sorts, yeah?
Yes, yes. Apparently it is an invention worth updating our historical carvings. Rutulus just barged in here one morning with some workers in tow and wouldn't leave until it was finished. I protested, but the man had permission from the Lord himself.
Huh. Notice one of the other carvings is in a bad state. A historical carving of moon bringing light to the barbaric tribes.
Say no more, sister. I am very much aware of its sore condition. I confess I've been putting the renovations off for too long. In fact, if you meet any skilled artisans, send them my way immediately.
Will do, Father. I'll be on my way, Father Catalyst.
May our divine Lord shine upon your path, sister.
So, the Rutulus barged in here with some workers one day and had permission to start doing some stuff. Interesting. Okay. Shall we away?
Yeah. Let's meet some Gnath. Ooh.
Well, that's distressing. Well,
I love that.
That's great. I love that. Some impressive craftsmanship. Whoever made this was good at what he does. Oh my god, it's like fucking Xenoblade up in here. Oh, that's neat. They can't grow anything in the ground, so they grow it on the backs of these giant animals. That's cool. Hello, farmer. We'll talk to you in a moment. Farming tools, probably. Assuming there are tools and this is a farm.
Brilliant deduction, Ava.
We haven't tried using any of our stuff on stuff yet. Mostly because I don't want to mess around yet. It's a nath fruit. This nutritious treat only grows directly on the skin of the nath. A nath... You're eating nath pimples. They are. Okay, we got a farmer out here. Got a knife. A knife stuck in a nath fruit. Huh.
Thoughts, Ava?
Well, what if this was the murder weapon, Mother Superior? You know, it's a stretch, but... This here must be Lady Radina, the chief agriculturalist Master Xavian spoke of. Makes her a very important, powerful person. One of the few who had access to the Imperial Palace. Just happens to own a knife. Matched the Emperor's wound rather well.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes, it is a stretch.
I should have seen that coming.
I'm not saying it's not possible. You're right that the knife matches the wound.
So?
So I say you follow your hunch, Ava. There is, of course, still the question of piercing the suit. But the knife could be a place to start.
So I may be right.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Let's interact with that farmer over there.
Magnificent creatures. Look at them.
They're awesome.
Look at the... I love the implied world building here. All right, let's talk to the farmer. Have we looked at everything? Yes.
Probably, but let's talk to the farmer.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Ah, funny hat.
It's called a coif.
Apologies. Funny coif.
It's not that funny if you have to wear it all day in this climate.
I can imagine. Anyways, you must be one of them nuns. Whatchamacallem?
Ava, Sister of Vigil, pleased to meet you, Sir,
Flint. I am, how would you say, of the agricultural creed.
You're a farmer.
Yeah, that.
This must be the strangest farm I've ever seen.
Takes some getting used to, You gotta love the nath. Ever since I first saw one, I wanted to become a farmer.
You became a farmer? I thought people are born into it.
That's how it goes these days. Not a good deal for anyone, if you ask me. Makes one wonder if things weren't better before.
Before?
You know, before moon.
But that's blasphemy.
Might be. It's true, though.
First of all, that was eons ago. We're talking about we're talking about the dawn of humankind here, before history.
Depends.
Second, everyone knows it was a time of barbarity and chaos.
Everybody knows, and they call them vigilant. Let me tell you, miss, if you hear the words everybody knows, you can bet something really stupid is coming next. I like him. But you don't have to believe me. Ever heard of Hippocles?
The lost writings of Hippocles?
Not lost, just hidden away. If you manage to get your hands on those, you'll see for yourself.
Noted. Now let's change the subject before we both get in trouble. Must say I've been admiring your pottery collection.
Thank you, miss.
Wish I had more time to work on these.
You made those? So a farmer and a potter.
All kind of crafts, miss. Nothing like working with your hands.
Huh? I have a job for you.
We needed a skilled craftsman for the temple.
Right. We'll come back and do that in a moment. Apologies, I have to be on my way.
Sure, see you around, miss.
All right, let's drop a save in this conversation because it sounds like in this conversation we might slyly try to accuse someone or try to like pump her for information. So like if it goes wrong, we want to have a backup save, right?
Yeah. We also now know a thing to look in the library for.
Yeah, we do. All right. Sphiridina, she runs the Nath Farms. She seems angry? Maybe she's just suspicious of outsiders. In any case, there's something hostile about her. Good day to you. Lady Radina? I don't mean to disturb, but...
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yes, the name's Radina. And you are?
Ava, pleased to make your acquaintance.
A vigilant nun, huh?
We prefer sister. See, nuns are cloistered and sisters are...
And what is your business here, sister? Now watch your tongue this time, Acolyte.
I know.
You know what?
Nothing.
You know nothing.
Well, yes, actually. Maybe you can help me with that?
What are these creatures?
These creatures, what are they?
Ah, the Nath. Aren't they majestic? Their trunks reach deep into the soil. We have built grand palaces and ships and terrifying weapons, but we still can't get sustenance from this dry land. The Nath can. It makes their skin fertile. So we take advantage of that and grow food on their backs. In a way, we are parasites.
Interesting. What do you think of the Emperor? You seem angry, Lady Radina. Perhaps his holy light has not been shining upon you lately?
I'm not angry, nun. Just worried.
Worried about?
Lately, our god has been ambitious. The fire and brimstone kind of ambitious. And the Outlands, they don't forget. She thinks Moon was provoking a war. The recent decrees suggested so too. Now is that enough of a motive to kill your god?
Apologies, but is this your knife?
It was my knife until some poor soul decided to borrow it and cut an unripe Nath fruit with it. Now it's ruined. Ruined?
Why would the knife be ruined?
By Moon, you really know nothing. Unripe Nath juice is a powerful adhesive. The knife is no use to me now.
Borrowed? You say somebody borrowed your knife?
Maybe. Or maybe the knife decided to cut the fruit all by itself. All I know is I sure didn't stick it in there.
So who do you think did it?
Good question. But I don't have an answer for you, nun.
Huh, that would be a good way to prevent people from examining a murder weapon.
Yeah. One thing is certain. My farmers aren't stupid. Nobody here would try to cut an unripe Nath fruit.
Unless they did it on purpose, you mean?
Good one. But no, my farmers aren't suicidal either.
If the knife is ruined, you wouldn't mind if I took it?
Strange request. Why does the knife interest you so much anyway, nun?
I think I might be able to get it unstuck.
Good luck with that.
So I can have it?
Fine, it's yours. As I said, it's no use to me anymore.
Thank you. Your farmer's Master Plint.
Oh no, not again. What has he done this time? On second thought, don't tell me. I have no patience for petty problems anymore. Just leave the man alone, will you?
I didn't...
Look, nun, he doesn't know what he's saying. You cannot blaspheme if you're not right in the head. So I won't hear any more of it.
But I wasn't.
Enough. Plint is under my protection. Make your peace with it.
I will make my peace with it then, whatever it is.
She seems accustomed to complaints about the farmer's manners. Why would she protect him, I wonder?
Do we want to try prying again or just...
Let's say that'll be it for now.
Should be on my way now.
So you shall. Let's talk to Plint.
All right, let's drop a save after that conversation. Chatting. Hey, buddy. Hello again, Master Plint.
Howdy, miss.
Shall we offer the job?
Got a job for you.
Say, Master Plint, Would renovating a historical carving be within your skill set?
Carving, the one at the temple.
So you know it.
Oh, yes, and you're right, those carvings need a lot of renovating.
Perfect.
I'll be on it then, I'll ask Radina for permission.
Doesn't ask Radina for permission. Wait, did you say you were going to ask for permission?
Oh, I meant after I do it. That way I'll have a whatchamacallit. Negotiation leverage.
Giving us the stare as he...
I
What a
love
strange
this
man.
guy. We agree there.
Should we go inform Radina? We just took Plinth.
We could try.
Oh, might as well try. If I may, Lady Radina.
I thought nuns were of the quiet, contemplative sort, yet you talk and talk and talk.
Pardon my ignorance, but I thought farmers weren't free to leave during working hours.
That's correct.
Sure, they must have noticed that Master Plint has left.
Also correct.
So
you should stop asking silly questions, nun. Nobody likes a snitch.
oh, right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry. You're right. Nobody likes a snitch.
Obviously, farmers aren't allowed to leave. Well, one just did. Yes, I know that, and...
Oh, she's my favorite. Shall we go to the temple? See how that's going along? Sure. Nothing new to discuss with him right now. I'll let him work in peace. Master Plint, friendly fellow it would seem, somewhat mischievous. Also man of many talents. Potter, artisan, who knows what else.
Yes, who knows?
Hello. Father Catalyst, have a word with you again?
A brief word, sister, yes.
Your historical carvings are wrong.
That's interesting.
What?
Let's not do that yet.
On Earth? What do you mean are wrong?
The stuff we heard from Plint.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's hit the library.
Let's hit the library. We got a screwdriver. We could look at some of those screws.
We also know a thing to look for.
Yep. We can ask about...
Yeah, we can.
Well, this is the best library in the whole nation, yeah?
Yes, sister. Proud to confirm that.
Then do you have, for any chance, anything by somebody named Hepicles?
Notice this man's pupils, Acolyte. That's what fear looks like.
Do not worry, Master Xavian. Mother Superior sent me to retrieve the scroll.
Did I now?
You can speak freely.
Well, in such case, yes, we do in fact possess the lost writings of Hepicles. But they are beyond my reach, Vigilant Sister, securely stored in the Emperor's vault. Only his divine light can grant you access. His divine light is in no condition to grant anything.
So how do I get to it?
I'm of no help here, sister. You are a sister of Vigilava. You need no help.
Understood. His holy light. So these lights, one of them is...
That or it unlocks with the thingy that we have that unlocks stuff.
That'll be all for now.
May Moon shine his light upon you, Vigilant Sister. So let's interact with the vault first, because previously it said we had no reason to interact with it. And now we do.
Can't just force it open with my bare hand.
Okay, that's new.
I'm good. That's right, no door stays close to the Sister of Vigil. Now how do I...
Look at the lock, stare at it.
Right?
Now close your eyes quickly. And the image that's been burned into your retina, picture it unlocking.
It worked! Also notice how the unlocking came from the thing she gave us, not our amulet.
That is the amulet.
Our amulet? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the amulet is the communicator.
The lost writings of Hepicles. Crazy Farmer was right after all. Should have more time to study this. Let me close that vault again. That's so funny. I love that.
Let's look at the lost writing.
Do we want to do screws first?
Let's look at the lost writing.
Okay. Lost writings of Hepicles, highly sacrilegious and until recently believed to be lost forever. The text speaks of a nation before Moon. One which, from what I can tell, was anything but barbaric. And which we can assume was extinguished by Moon and his army. Interesting. So there was a civilization here beforehand that,
Yep.
let me take a look at the lamps. Oh, you just... This one's a lever too. I suppose they all are. Doesn't seem to trigger anything. We have to look at them and then use the screwdriver.
Interesting. So we can remove the bulbs.
But I can't put it back in?
Seems like it.
Okay. Right. And it's not in our inventory. Oh, thank you. I'll do it. Okay, so they make you do it once, and then they're like, okay, we get it, we get it. Cool.
Well, let's pull the one we haven't pulled yet.
Now that we can see them, I wonder if something happens when they're all visible like this. Fair enough. And we can't activate the ones in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, seems we don't quite have...
Can we use our amulet on the engraving?
Maybe.
What is that supposed to achieve? I don't know. Maybe it's a door that unlocked. Okay, so, I'm guessing we're gonna need to find a combination somewhere. But there's 4 that we're looking for here.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's a place to start. Let's take a look at the knife. Got glued to an unripe nath fruit. Can we chisel it out? Let me save before we do that. I don't know whether or not we like lose items if we mess up. Like how mean is this game, right?
Yeah.
That won't do anything. It won't?
Seems like it.
Okay. Ain't a mess of the library. If I want to leave, I should put the lamps back the way I found them before Xavier gets suspicious. Or I could stay here and try to figure out what they do. Oh, I see. I see. Let's reset them for now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we have...
Yeah.
Outside of brute forcing, I don't really have, you know...
Yep.
That should do it. Now let me be on my way. Because also we don't know how long of a pattern we're trying to replicate. We don't know if it's just hit all 4 of them in an order.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Checking on the forge. We haven't been there in a hot minute. Can we use the replication device to make a replication of the nut?
We could ask him.
I really need to use your replication machine. Can you make an exception for a vigilant sister?
A no is a no, sister.
Okay. We could keep trying to pry him for that.
We could.
I guess we don't have a reason to, though. Do we?
We can decide that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think about where we go next here. We got some stuff. Let's see how's the working on the carving going. Still at it? Okay, that's fine.
Let's head back up to the tower.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
We have some stuff.
Let's have a chat with,
Ava, are you ready to demonstrate to me how this man was killed?
Not just yet, Mother Superior.
Then what is the issue?
I don't know what to do.
No, we don't.
I'm at a loss, Mother. What should I do next?
Have you been to the farms yet?
I have.
Then perhaps you should go back there and explore more carefully.
I will. Thank you, game. I legitimately love it when that stuff happens. Let's go ahead and head back to the farm. Like, what else could we do there? Hello.
Can we interact with the eye while it's going up?
No,
Oh, no, there's no
I'm
cursor.
trying to. Just take it. Belongs to Master Plint. Anything else over here we can look at? Can't take it. Okay. Are we supposed to continue our conversation with
Did we take a fruit?
No.
This is the bowl of fruit. Have we only looked at it or have we interacted?
I wonder, would Master Plint mind if I took some fruit? Harvest seems to be plentiful this year. I'm sure they have more fruit than they know what to do with. In fact, it would be considerate of me to take more, say 3, to relieve them of their burden.
Ah, the power of rationalization.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Never mind me, Ava.
Oh, these are heavy.
Okay.
They're heavy. Interesting. Okay. So what do we do with this? Do we want to... What else was there to talk to Radina about?
Only Plint.
About Mr. Plint.
You don't give up easily, do you? Whatever you think he should be punished for, just leave it.
Huh. I'll be on my way now.
So you shall.
Very defensive. Not even going to listen to us talk about... Like, I don't think we were trying to punish Plint. We were just wanted to chat about him, but she immediately assumes. What could we do?
Can we interact with the hammer, the chisel, and the fruit?
What do you mean interact with?
Yeah, like use one on the other. Like use the hammer on the fruit.
That won't do
use
anything.
the hammer on the chisel. Okay. Guess not.
Interesting.
Oh, the raw strength. I guess we could go back and try to chat with the father about how history is wrong.
We could.
I'll drop a save before we do that.
Sensible.
What's the firm? To blaspheme?
Yeah.
Blaspheming? So, blaspheming, right? Like that? All right. Hey, check it out what we found. I have the scroll. No point in showing it to him now, though. Just rub it in my face. Sure, you'll be interested in that, but I should talk to him about it first. Your historical carvings are wrong. Moon brought light to the desert tribes, correct?
They are not my carvings, sister. This is simply history as it took place.
Have you heard of the lost writings of Hippocles?
Oh, please, sister. Only madmen and blasphemers concern themselves with such fairy tales.
So what if I told you that?
Speak of it no more. This is a sacred place.
But?
Enough. Those documents do not exist and never have. Unless you can show it to me directly, I will hear no more of it.
Okay.
Well, let's show it to him directly.
Father Catalyst, look what I found.
Huh?
Don't just hand it over.
But this is
Yep, the lost.
a cheap forgery.
I assure you it's not.
Let me see. Oh, well, I stand corrected.
I'm glad you...
It is a good forgery. Let me just study it for some time and I will prove it to you.
Be my guest. We're just letting this happen.
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay. Do the fruits have any other ability, like... Do the fruit... Like, we know that unripe one could be used to as a glue.
And we know that the...
Oh! These ones are heavy, so if we put them on top of the
levers, we
it'll
can get all
hold
of
them
them
down.
Oh, is that the idea?
Let's try that.
Let's try
go
that.
try that.
Let's go ahead and just... No, That's the chisel. I want the screwdriver. Eh! Plop. Ah!
Okay, so we're gonna yeah, and then we're gonna right click look.
This is so hard to do.
Interesting. So it's not that combination, unless it is.
I thought we hold the last one down ourselves.
Oh,
is the
maybe.
point.
Yep.
A secret passage. Wow.
Aha, the plot thickens. What are you waiting for, Ava? Let's go.
The thick plockins. What is this place? Great question.
Let's interact.
It's actually important not to use the G so you save letter count. No more secret passages here. It's Moon in his contemplative pose, exactly like the statue at the temple. But wait, statue was holding 6 beams, but Mun here is holding 7.
So now we have a sunbeam theft.
Maybe the engraving just doesn't match the statue. I should ask the head priest about it. What do we have here? It's a stone dais. Bronze weighing pan. There are 3 ceramic shards? Bronze weighing pan. Looks like a ceramic shard.
Shards of a plate, huh? Shards of a plate from the tower, huh?
But this is the missing plate.
Didn't I say the plate was important? And so the plot begins to unravel, no. Yes, I think I can see it now.
See what? This only makes things more confusing.
Oh, come on, Acolyte, isn't it obvious?
Well, I think. The killer stole the plate? Why would they steal the plate? Killer broke the plate and wanted to hide it. That makes more sense. Why would they
Let's say that. Let's say that.
Killer broke the plate by accident and didn't want to leave any trace.
Why not just throw it off the balcony, and why the scales?
Huh. It's a puzzle. If we put the right charge on the right side of the plates, I don't know, another secret passage will open? Just have to find the clue.
The clue.
You know, like the 2 weigh more than 1, but 3 are less than a quarter of 12. Place the shards on the scales right away and voila.
Aha, so someone constructed a secret door and rigged it to a scale, and it can only be opened using broken pieces of a dead god's decoration plate.
When you say it like that, killer must have stolen the plate, maybe as a little souvenir.
And then they broke it and decided to weigh it.
Maybe they want to sell it and are estimating the cost?
Well, I do give you points for imagination.
I give up, it's a mystery to me.
I'll agree that some aspects of this are still rather unclear, like the number, why 4?
For what?
4 shards, 3 on one side, 1 on the other. Where's the 5th shard?
I noticed that too. One piece of the plate is missing.
Indeed, and before it resurfaces, we won't know everything. Oh well, all in due time, I'll let you proceed with your mission, Acolyte. We still have a murder to reconstruct.
Yes, Mother Superior. I'll put everything back the way I found it. Interesting, okay. Is there anything else down here? Doesn't look like it. I think I've done all I can here.
Yes, this place. If I'm not mistaken, it's at the center of everything. But for the time being, there's nothing more for us to do here.
As cryptic as ever. That was that. Now let me quickly. Put everything else back as well. Done. Got anything to say about any of that, Xavian?
He's like, no.
Cool. Right. In that case. Why would I want to break the vase? I don't know.
Oh, but we can break open various
Live a little
things.
bit. Perhaps touching it will bring me luck. Chris, I'm still thinking if Mun was a god. 6 golden rods, I saw 7 in the engraving in the secret chamber. I should ask the head priest about it. Catalyst, can I have a word with you again?
A brief word, sister, yes.
I've seen an image of Moon similar to the statue you have here.
In many places, no doubt, it is a popular pose. Moon holding the 7 sunbeams.
That's the problem. Your statue only is holding 6.
Impossible. The statue, like all its counterparts, is holding 7 golden rods.
Just count them.
This is preposterous. 1, 2, 6. By his fiery gaze, you're right. The temple has been desecrated.
So you think somebody has stolen the rod?
What other explanation is there? The statue was definitely holding 7 rods, but the wretched thief is in for a surprise. Good luck to him selling madman's gold.
Madman's gold?
Oh yes, see, we've had cases like this in the past. Too many golden ornaments going missing, and so for several decades now. Statues are adorned exclusively with madman's gold. He's talking about pleuronite.
Pleuronite?
I see you are well read, sister. Yes, pleuronite.
What does pleuronite do? And what is this what does it do?
It simply disappears. The air in this temple is carefully maintained to make golden rods solid, but once outside the building, they will disappear without a trace within a few days.
Oh, shit.
That would be an amazing murder weapon.
That would be an amazing murder weapon. Without a trace, you say?
Without a trace.
Huh.
Indeed.
Those are the lost writings and you know it. Studying the scroll for a while now, Father. Wouldn't be doing that if you had proof it wasn't authentic. In fact, I think you know these are the real lost writings of Hippocles.
Absolutely not. It's simply that exposing a lie takes more time than telling one. Just let me study this nonsense for a little longer.
All right.
I can almost hear the wheels in your head spinning, Acolyte.
Mother Tiabata, what did you hear? A rod has been stolen from the temple recently, made of madman's gold, metal which just happens to evaporate without a trace.
So you are thinking.
Murder weapon. I mean, we still don't know if the suit was pierced. At least you have an idea where the weapon went. Simply evaporated.
Good job, Ava, good job.
Well, thank you, Mother Superior.
Now, once you have obtained a rod yourself...
Wait, what? What do you mean obtained a rod yourself?
I'm confused, Acolyte. Are there more ways to interpret what I said?
Surely don't want me to desecrate Moon's statue.
Oh, so you see other options. Well, I'm listening. Why do I have to replicate it anyway?
Why do I have to physically replicate it anyway? Surely a solid theory is enough.
No, theory is as solid as a practical demonstration. How better to understand our killer than to walk a mile in their shoes?
Easy for you to say when it's me who has to do all the walking. How about you do it then? It's really necessary to desecrate Moon's temple. Maybe you would prefer to do it yourself?
Prefer, perhaps. I must admit I'd find some entertainment in that. Alas, I tend to draw attention. You, on the other hand, are...
And here come the casual insults. Don't bother, Mother Superior, I've heard it all.
This is new.
What is new?
The tone, the defiance.
I'm sorry, Mother Tiabata. I'd recite the litany of penitence, but...
But it seems rather silly now, doesn't it?
Yes! You're praying to a suit. You're praying to a suit my whole life.
Yet you don't want to desecrate the suit's statue.
I don't. That would be chaos. Well, this doesn't make any sense to you, but...
It makes perfect sense. Hard thing to shake, Faith.
So...
Look, Ava, if it helps. I am hereby directly ordering you to steal the golden rod. As per your oath to the Order of Vigil, you have no choice but to obey. Feel better now?
Well... Yes, Mother Superior.
Then that's settled. Now get to it. You have a temple heist to perform, and a murder weapon to fashion.
I want to... This one looks different, right? Is that...
Yeah, it's because it was just added. We already know, right?
Yeah. You just casually walk over here to admire the statue and done. Let's be off.
Miss,
What? Who?
nothing like doing some honest work with a hammer and a chisel, huh?
What do you mean? I wasn't. Oh, you're talking about your hammer and chisel.
What else? Look, the job's done.
Why is it? Master Plint's interpretation of moon bringing light to the barbaric tribes. So long ago, I would have been terribly upset about this. I don't know what to think anymore.
Let's look at the inscription.
See, Plint also updated the inscription. Moon lights up the ancient nations of the Great Desert.
Lights them up, as it were.
Yeah. Why is it bloody?
I think that's pretty clear.
Yep. That's an original interpretation of the event, Master Plint. Certainly put your own spin on it.
Well, I looked at the other ones and figured this is a place where they like to get creative with history. So I went all in. What do you think?
I think you're a blasphemer and a heretic. Just not sure anymore if that's a bad thing.
I'll take that as a compliment, miss. My work, it may be a little allegorical, but it's closer to the truth than the other ones, I'll tell you that. Have you read the writings of Hippocles?
Last I was very busy, Master Plint. Now Father Catalyst has them.
That's a shame. We got a lot to learn from the pre-moon era. The art, the pottery, they even had... Master Plint, please remind me, is the great moon paying you to work or to talk? I'm all done, sir. Come take a look. Oh, marvelous. The temple restored to its full glory. Let me just finish this short passage and I will be with you, Master Craftsman.
I don't want to be around for this. I'd better go. See you, Master Plint. Interesting. All right, so I am really excited about this game so far. This has been... Can we look at this? Made a madman's gold, not kept under specific conditions. It'll evaporate within a day. So we got to be really quick about this. I think this is a good place to leave it for episode 1, and we'll come back next time and see if we can solve this moida.
Yeah, I can't wait to prove how the general did it.
I can't wait to...
I'm calling it.
You're calling it?
Yep.
You're calling it?
Yep.
All right. All right. What makes you say the general? Are you just taking a shot in the dark, or is there...
Partially a shot in the dark, partially using Madman's gold to duplicate the murder weapon, a knife.
Mm-hmm.
So you can stab someone and not leave any evidence of the knife.
Right.
Which you'd need the duplicator for.
Yep. And then making sure no one else can examine the knife by gluing it shut.
Yep.
Interesting. That's a solid theory. But what about motive, though? Don't they stand to benefit from increased war? More weapon production?
Yeah, maybe he has been pressuring Moon to do that, and Moon was getting recalcitrant. 'Cause he talks about, I didn't used to like how Moon was doing it, but it's been getting better and better.
How long has Moon been dead for?
Presumably not long.
But then if he was doing everything he wanted, why would he kill him?
Maybe he wasn't doing everything he wanted. We saw it slowly ramping up in war stuff. Maybe it came time when it's like, we need to be at war now.
I see. Okay. That's some good stuff. Hey everyone, welcome back.
We're back.
We were talking about stuff in between recording sessions here.
What'd we say?
Well, I mean, we were talking about like grand theories and stuff, and I mentioned that like I'm still incredibly suspicious of Tiabata, right?
Oh yeah,
right. Because and we had this back and forth. It's bizarre that she's insistent on being able to recreate it, rather than just having proof of what occurred, which we have a pretty good theory now, right? Based on the creating a knife out of the fake metal that'll fade away. One reason for that, we thought, and also this insistence that she not her face not be seen and that she not be involved with this.
Yeah.
It feels like it's going to end with her killing us using that method to prove that it works, and then being able to hang that over the head of the war minister.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Using that to be like, hey, I know how you did this, and using that as blackmail, and also having her own method of being able to kill people and get away with it. So, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a turn like that towards the end.
Now, the other thing I've realized since last time,
Yo.
I have my whole theory, but the missing pottery shard doesn't play a role in my theory, which means my theory's wrong.
I don't know if it means that your theory is wrong. It's strange that the missing pottery shard doesn't come into that at all.
Yeah.
It could, like, why would that be there? It could be, because that seems to implicate the librarian, right? Because, hey, look, the shit missing from the room is found in the secret place in your library. Could be they don't know about that.
But I mean, does it even implicate the librarian? Why is it on a scale? Why does the weight matter? Why is 1 piece of 5 missing? Like, there's a whole extra mystery.
I'm kind of wondering what those plates were made of.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll be able to go back there and take a look at them. For now, let's just go ahead and load back in. Let's see, where were we headed last? What is our? We had just gotten the Madman's gold.
Yep.
All right, we were trying to cajole the guy into letting us use the replicator. This is not enough space for me to move my frickin' mouse. Get out of here.
I will not get out of here.
No, not you. Okay. What were our last couple saves? Blaspheming. Right?
Yeah, so we just got the gold rod.
We just got the gold rod after discovering that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's head up to Moon's Chambers real quick.
Hey, Tiabata, tell us what to do.
No, we don't need. I just want to look at the plates one more time. Decorative plate with Moon's face on it. What? This one over here seems different. Sacrilegious and heavy. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right. I was hoping it would like let us look at things a bit more, but I suppose not. Bye. Let's go ahead and Farmer's back in now, right? Hello.
What's up, Plint?
Master Plint, you're back. I have to say I was a little worried about you.
That's nice of you, miss, but there is no need. I've known Catalyst for a while. Man's a professional.
What do you mean?
I mean, he knows the whole zealotry thing is his job, and he makes sure to do it well. But at the end of the day, he just wants to put his feet up and have some peace. And he knows Radina has a soft spot for me. I'll just avoid him for a while, and things will be fine.
Well, I'm glad that you're in good spirits. It's good talking to you, Master Plint.
See you around, miss.
Okay, sure. Hey, question for you. This really is the murder weapon. It might not be a good idea to alert people to my suspicions. I better keep it to myself. Oh, I was gonna ask, like, hey, do you know... Want some fruit? He gifted me the fruit and I accepted. It would be impolite to return it now.
Gifted, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall being gifted it.
Nothing new to say to her at the moment. Oh, maybe now that you're here, we can go back and talk to Catalyst about the, scripture.
Yeah, let's try that.
Goodbye. Catalyst? Father Catalyst!
Sister, I'm in awe.
Are you Father Catalyst?
Oh yes, I am absolutely astonished you dare to show your face. After what After what Plint did.
Were you not satisfied with his skills, Father?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I know you were in on this. The sacrilegious texts, the disrespectful behavior, the suspicious questions, but justice shall be served. I have already spoken to your Mother Superior. He has not. And she promised to issue a severe punishment for your ungodly ways. Not planning to, no. As for the farmer, I've inquired with Radina and she promised to have him executed. I seriously doubt that happened either. Now go, sister, leave this place. You have many sins to repent for, but I do not wish you doing that here.
Huh, I'll be on my way then. Pleasure meeting you, Master.
Father!
Well, it's all bark and no teeth, isn't he?
Good job, well observed. I wonder if you and the good father have more in common than one would think.
Me and Catalyst? In common?
The symptoms of lost faith, Acolyte, they vary greatly. Often people find themselves desperately clinging to what remains of their god. Authority, customs, sacred symbols.
So you think Catalyst knows? Mother Tiabata? She's gone quiet. Uh-oh. He doesn't want to speak to me. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't called the guards to escort me out. No better than to go around touching works of art. Oh, we're still allowed to look around in here. Right. Oh, wait, that's just what had been done last time. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's vamoose. She stopped answering questions. I wonder if that means something has gone awry up at the chambers.
We'll see. I bet it hasn't, though. Yeah, I think we're still on our task, trying to recreate the murder.
Okay, she just stopped. Okay. Let's go harass the what's his name? It's been a day since we were here. Let's go back to the forge and I could trigger an alarm or something. Okay. Master Rudolus?
Yes, sister.
I really, really need to use the replicator.
No.
Right. Alright. Fair enough. So what have we got still here to work with? We got the gold. Got the knife and the fruit. And we can't chisel that stuff out or anything. Oh wait, hold on. This will open any lock. And what is that supposed to achieve? Well, I thought it was worth a try. You don't have to be so...
Offer him a fruit.
Want a fruit? Keeping the fruit for myself, thank you very much. I stole this. I'm definitely not showing it around.
Maybe we do just have to talk to Tiabata at this time. Have we done that yet?
I'll return the tools when I'm done. By return, I mean quietly put back before he notices they're gone. Yeah, I guess let's go check out, because we've got an idea now of what happened, but it's not clear what the game wants us to do with this information right now.
Yeah.
All right, so let help us out here. Mother Tiabata?
How is your murder reconstruction proceeding, Acolyte?
I'm not quite sure, Mother. See, the thing is, I don't know what to do next.
That murder weapon of yours, is it still stuck in the fruit?
Well, yes, I tried pulling it out, but it doesn't budge.
Perhaps you can find some means to soften the glue.
Perhaps. I'll think about it, Mother. Means to soften the glue. Have we heard anything about...
We haven't.
How to soften the glue? Okay.
What if we heat it up at the forge or something? Is there anything hot at the forge?
Is there anything hot at the forge?
Yeah.
Yes.
But like interactable hot.
Let's find out.
Oh, the furnace. The furnace is interactable.
Just hold it next to the furnace. Let me see. It's working. The heat is softening the glue. I managed to free the knife. I'll keep the sticky nath fruit too. Why? Fruit glue, knife. It's Radina's steel knife. Could have this been the murder weapon? An unripe nath fruit. Its juice is extremely sticky. Why is it sticky? Could we go try to like stick the plate back together?
What?
Could we go try to stick the plate back together or something?
Maybe.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't know. At this point, I'm only thinking... I've gotten laser focused onto my theory.
Yeah.
And I've kind of ceased to have additional trains of thought. I got tunnel visioned.
There we go. Yeah. It's at the part where like, I don't really know what the adventure game wants from me here. We need to be able to reconstruct it. So I guess we do have to be able to use the forge to create the knife.
Do we just ask again?
I won't bother him unless I have something new to say.
Okay, so it seems like...
You're an alarm. Okay.
Seems like we don't have a way to just use it, and yet it is an important part of our theories. There's something else that we need to do. What would it be?
Yeah. Is there a way we could fake Rudilus's eyeball?
I don't know.
I think that would be the next step, right?
Are we getting way ahead of ourselves here, and are we supposed to suppose that the knife is the murder weapon and then fail?
Maybe. Let's go ahead back. The only other thing we could do is check and see if there's anything different in any of these places. Do we have anything new to ask of Xavian? No, just tell me about the circle. We still have the glue, and I'm wondering like what that gets used for.
Yeah, it's not clear. I'd be surprised if it sent us back in there right at this point.
Okay. Yeah, let's
maybe if we got the other piece and we needed to restore it for some reason.
Yeah, okay, if we found the other piece. Yeah, let's ask. Get us on the right track here. How shall I proceed?
I've noticed you have been curious about the General's replication machine.
I have, but I don't know how to get past the sensor.
Remember, Ava, no door stays locked to a sister of vigil.
And a sensor counts as a lock then?
It sure does.
I think I know what to do now.
You had it right, you just have to be zoomed in.
I have to be zoomed. I was going to say, I tried that, but I didn't try it when I was zoomed in. You're right.
Okay, this was a lot easier than we thought it was.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what's the puzzle that would give us
And here I
make the
am
general
like, oh my
cooperate.
god, we can't figure out what we had
It
already
was right
figured it.
there.
Just gotta do it. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if the amulet can give me access. It worked. Let's put that back for now.
Put in a knife.
It says I need to insert the object I want to replicate into the receptacle. Okay, so we want to replicate the knife. Now it wants me to provide material for the new knife. This still doesn't answer how it got through, but I don't think it needs to. Because we've already talked about how that could... It worked! Done! You watching, Mother Tiabata? Think I got the murder weapon. Crash. What was that, Mother Tiabata?
Ah, yes, the murder weapon. Good. You are ready to reconstruct the crime, then?
Shatter. Did I just hear something break? What are you doing, Mother Superior?
Oh, nothing. Just never mind. Proceed with your task, Acolyte.
Strange. I'm gonna drop a save here.
It sounds like she's breaking the plates. Why does the plates being broken matter? Is there something inside the plates?
Mother Tiabata? What happened here? Are those the plates? Mother Superior, what is this? What have you done?
An experiment. I just needed to confirm.
An experiment? I regret saying this, but have you gone mad? First the statue and now...
I thought we settled the statue question.
We settled it? You just ordered me. You made it abundantly clear I had no choice, remember?
That's the nature of our arrangement, Acolyte. You made your choice when you entered the order.
Because I thought Mun was a god, because I thought we solved problems.
I think we solve problems.
Because I was told that we solve problems.
Sometimes we do.
Do we really? Because so far, all I've seen us do, all you've made me do, is lie and break things. All for the sake of... this! The biggest lie of them all!
Well, Acolyte, yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I suppose you are right.
Oh. And?
And what?
There's a but coming. You know, one of those little tricks where your right ends up meaning you're stupid.
On the contrary, what you say is true, plain and simple. Yet, like many before you, have been methodically fed a lie, and it has been my duty to take part in the feeding.
Right. So then...
I'm listening.
Curses, I'm not used to being right.
One of your rare virtues.
That's it then? We just keep pretending?
I once stood where you stand, Ava. Things may have been a little easier for me, I'll admit. I was never much of a believer to begin with, so by the time they finally told me, I'd already formed a solid theory of Moon's true nature.
Of course.
Still, though, to have it confirmed, the bold-faced admission of the whole charade, let's just say I'm not entirely unsympathetic.
Why go along with it then?
2 reasons, one simple, one slightly less so.
What's the simple reason?
I simply don't have the power to do much else. The Sisters of Vigil are granted a great deal of privilege, but when it comes to the oath of secrecy, the Moon Dynasty has always been swift and merciless.
And what's the not-so-simple one?
Just be a vigilant sister a little longer and observe yourself, Acolyte. For more than a decade, I've known you as exceptionally mild-mannered and obedient. And yet here you are, arms folded, righteous fury personified.
So? I mean, it was about time.
It was, once again we agree. But if toppling the moon myth does this to you, what do you expect from others? The nation numbers in millions. All manner of people, and much of that manner far from mild. The inconvenient truth is under Moon we have enjoyed centuries of relative peace. Now I may sometimes break the small things, plates, statues, but nations, beliefs. Try that and you may come to discover that the one thing worse than Moon is a moon-shaped hole.
I still don't understand. How can you do what you do, knowing everything about Moon is fake?
How could I do what I do not knowing that? This moment, Ava, when we find out. Not everyone handles it well, but the ones of us who do. It makes us. Vigilant, I mean.
I'm not sure I'm following.
Did you ever really think Moon used to be the sun? And he just what? Exhaled light? And that somehow became planets and people and whatnot? And after he did that, this all-powerful, omnipotent, endlessly wise being decided the best thing to do next was to take over one nation on one planet and issue petty decrees once in a while.
I suppose I don't know what I thought. Those were just details.
Exactly, it's all in the details. The truth was staring you in the face the whole time. You just chose not to connect the dots. It's a mistake we all make once, and then never want to make again. And so, we listen. We observe. We ask questions. And every now and then we end up solving problems. I think we'll
Not
think about
convinced.
it.
I'll think about it. I understand. I'll think about it?
Yeah.
Huh. I'll think about it.
Good. Now, shall we address the corpse in the room for a change? After all, there is still a murderer on the loose, and while I was engaging in a bit of sacrilegious vandalism, I believe you may have been hatching a theory of your own.
Well, yes, I think I have an idea. Maybe I know how the stabbing could have been done.
Fantastic. I shall eagerly await a demonstration. What are you waiting for? Get to it, Acolyte.
What do you mean? Get to it.
Do we just have to use the golden knife on the corpse?
That would accomplish nothing.
Seems not.
Well, almost, but I think I'm ready to replicate the murder now. Just not quite sure how to go about it.
Don't give up just yet, Acolyte. I believe that at this point, everything you need is either on you or in this room.
I'll see if I can figure it out then. Okay, so to recreate the murder, can we look at some of this, the pots, the shards or anything? One of the decorative plates seems to be, several of them seem to be missing.
Can we look at the armor again? So I was wondering, was the shard of pottery used to wedge it open or something so it couldn't fully close?
Maybe.
But that doesn't seem to be a thing we see here.
Can we not take up any of the shards? No, okay. Okay.
Oh! I think I understand. Let's use the glue on the knife.
Now the knife is ready to be glued to something.
Now let's glue it to the door.
Right, okay.
Okay, maybe we glue it to the back of the suit. rather than to the door.
Well, what do you mean what would be the... Oh, I see. Because then it rotates up.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Now when the lid is about to close, this happens. Can't wait to show this to Mother Tabata. First, let's add a little more realism to our reconstruction. I'll look around the room for something to put in the suit, to simulate a body. Supposed to examine him, not touch him.
We never got this one in the first scene, so it's giving it to us again.
Need something to simulate a body.
Will it be a
I'd eaten some time. Okay.
Will it be a vase or a fruit or a
Something to simulate a body.
Well, it seems it's not the body.
A pillow, maybe? Yes, those could work. Let's do this.
There we go.
And so I glued the knife to the lid. I think it's going to work.
Oh, I see. Well, ready when you are, Acolyte.
Right. Here goes. I think it worked.
Let's open the suit and confirm.
Moment of truth, then.
This also disconfirms my question about whether the lock and the latch are something different, and the language about how only the Emperor could open it versus the sisters. It was just speaking loosely.
And that's how you pierce an impenetrable suit.
By putting the blade inside to begin with.
Exactly.
I have to say that's rather clever.
Isn't it? But why didn't we find any weapon in the suit then, you may wonder?
I was wondering just that. Tell me, Acolyte.
Gladly. See, this material here is known as plural madman's gold. And if you are an assist or learned the sciences like me, you will surely know that said material evaporates without a trace.
Genius.
I know.
See, isn't this fun, Ava? Congratulations to your first successful crime reconstruction. You would make a decent murderer.
Thank you, I suppose.
Anyway, the time has come. I hope it is clear now why it was crucial to reconstruct the crime.
To have fun?
To determine who the killer is. Over the past day, you have walked in the murderer's footsteps, Ava. You have done what they have done. The obstacles you had to overcome, they had to grapple with those too. So there is nobody more qualified than you to answer the question. Who did it?
I have to think about it, Mother Superior.
Oh, please, Acolyte, let us not stall any longer. This poor man lying on the floor, who is responsible for his fate?
Here's the thing.
Who is the killer?
Oh, we can't accuse the Mother Superior.
Yeah.
So, the thing that makes this difficult, Radina said her knife went missing, right?
Yep.
Xavian doesn't really have a motive. We talked about this. It's probably Rudolus. Because again, unless you're a sister, Rudolus is the only one who can do the replication on the knife using that material. Rudolus and his men came in to steal the madman's gold. That seems pretty open and shut. And if we can't accuse the Mother Superior herself, based on that she needed to, it would have to be one of the sisters in order to open the lock, then Rudolus is the one who we accuse.
The only other thing that's throwing me...
We haven't seen Morris yet.
Yeah, because Morris is indisposed and is elsewhere. So, does he fit into this at all? We still don't have the pottery shards sorted out.
Yep.
And...
wonder if there's something else to find and we haven't?
Not necessarily. Seems fairly linear. And... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. And this would also be perfect if your goal was to stop the war, and you found a way to not only kill the Emperor who was doing it, but to pin it on the guy who was pushing the Emperor to war.
So then how do we...
I still think we say Rudolus.
Yeah.
That's our best
Rudolus
theory.
did mention his something about his eye when we first met him. Right? Or no, he was winking at us is what that was. Right.
Let's say rootless.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
think we
best
have
theory
reason
we
to,
have.
to accuse anyone else at this point. General Rootless, definitely. Was that an approving
Lay out your evidence, Acolyte.
First of all, the replication machine. If I could obtain Mordina's knife and some fruit glue and Madman's gold, so could the killer. Anyone could have done those things. Not that it was easy, but it could be done. Now that was definitely approving.
Continue, please.
Everything was doable by anyone except for the machine. I got access to the General's machine only thanks to the amulet of Vigil, which means that only the General or Sister of Vigil could have made the golden knife. So unless you killed the Emperor, Mother Tiabata, it must have been the General.
Excellent, Ava.
And that's not all. Father Catalyst said Rudolus had recently brought some workers into the temple to alter one of the carvings, a perfect opportunity to steal the rod, just like I did using Master Plint's renovation as a diversion. Even the tools I used to steal the Madman's gold, they belonged to the General. Not only that, not that that proves anything by itself, but it adds to the full picture, no?
I have to say, I am, what is the word? Impressed. It feels so strange on my lips.
Wait, so that's it? General Rudolus is our killer?
Yes, Ava, I am strongly convinced he is.
So mystery solved?
The easy part of it, sure.
So then, wait, what? The easy part?
Of course, finding the killer was never what concerned me most.
But then what could be more important than that?
Oh, Ava, you mean you still don't see it?
See what?
You lament a statue, you agonize over some broken pottery, and yet you don't see the cracks in, well, everything else.
What cracks? Whatever do you mean, Mother?
Everything. Just follow the thread from the start. The suit, the body, the missing plate, the lamps, the decrees, the lost writings of Hippocles, the scales, and at the center of it all, 5 shards. 4 accounted for. 3 on one side, 1 on the other.
I
Yes?
really
Yes?
have no idea what you're talking about, Mother Tiabata.
Well, I'm sure General Rudolus will be kind enough to enlighten us both. Go fetch him, will you? Tell him I'm interested in making some serious investments.
Are you sure, Mother Superior? We are dealing with a deadly killer here. Shouldn't we summon the guards?
Oh no, anything but that. What the General has to say is for our ears only. Do not worry, Ava, the man is a buffoon. We just need to apply the right kind of pressure in the right places. I tend to be rather good at applying pressure.
I can't argue with that. Very well then, Mother Tiabata. I shall summon the General. Okay.
Why would the General ever be here at a time the suit is open?
He is part of the Emperor's close circle.
So is the moon myth known to the close circle?
That's the part where I feel like we kind of brushed over. I feel like we're meant to think that, but she said only the Sisters of Vigil know.
And that the Moon Dynasty is very swift about stopping up any leaks.
Yeah. Then again, I imagine it'd be difficult to deal with being in Moon's Inner Circle if you didn't know that. We can only go to the forge.
Interesting.
Oh no! General Rudolus! Mother Tiabata, do you see that? Is he?
Only one way to find out, Acolyte.
By Moon, he's dead!
Curses, I should have anticipated this.
I thought he was the killer.
Search the body, Ava. The last dot we need to connect. It is here, I'm sure of it.
Okay. So gnarly. Someone burned his hand to a crisp. Was he tortured? He was heavily beaten before he died. Hard to say what finally ended his life, but a concussion would be a reasonable guess. What's this in his pocket?
I think you already know, Acolyte.
Take it out and get a better look. Is that?
It sure is.
The last shard.
The last shard. And so now we know everything.
Does this imply that each of them in this inner circle had a shard and like using it to vote or something? What do you mean everything? Thought the General killed the Emperor, but now somebody killed him. The secret passage in the plate and...
Isn't it
No, it's not obvious. It's not obvious at all. Just tell me what's going on.
Very well then. Find the 3 remaining leaders and ask them to gather at the library. Tell them that I sent you and that it is urgent.
Are you sure? Last time you sent me to fetch someone, I found a dead body.
I assure you there will be no more dead bodies. I will be with you shortly and explain everything. But before that, I have one brief errand to run.
What errand could be possibly more pressing than this? Where are you going, Mother Tiabata?
The farms. Yes, it's time I finally paid a visit to the farms.
So I guess the other thing to think about would be that you need 4 people to open that secret passageway. So it has to be some manner of conspiracy.
Interesting. So these 4 folks from the inner circle would go there to the place with the scales.
Yes.
The scales appear to exist.
They're talking without me.
Oh.
We've been eagerly awaiting. An explanation, an apology even. As the acolyte confessed to you about. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Father Catalus. The desecration of... And yours, Lady Redina. And pleasure to meet you again, Master Xavian. I have gathered you all here to discuss an extremely pressing matter. Now I am certain your time is as precious as mine, so let us get straight to the point, shall we? Yes, let's. What is this about, and where is Rudolus? Interesting you shouldn't also inquire about Judge Morris, Lady Redina. I was. But, as I said, let us not waste time. Earlier today, me and Sister Ava were summoned by his holy light, and upon entering his sacred chamber, we made a rather startling discovery. Discovery? Please do share, Vigilant Mother. Ava, you have been itching to speak out the whole time. Well, this is your moment. Tell them what we discovered, will you?
What? What do you mean, Mother Tiabata?
Just tell them.
Okay. Right, so let's get back to what we were saying before unskippable cutscene. Unpausable cutscene. Right, so the implication is that you would need at least 4 people in order to enter that secret area where everyone has their shards. And laid out, everyone else put a shard there, except for the one found with Rudolus, which implies he didn't vote or he took it from Morris? I guess Morris is dead?
Is Morris dead?
Is Morris the one we found in the suit? That's the only other thing I can think of. Was that not actually, like...
Judge Morris is Moon, is the 5th one. There are only 5 people here in this inner circle, not 6. That's how Moon has a life outside of... No, they do mention the suit is full of life support and he can't even walk on his own.
That was what was said to us. It could be
false.
I mean, it could be that they took they took Moon out and placed Judge Morris in.
True.
Okay. Just tell them what we discovered.
Yeah.
Shall we go for it?
Yeah.
Moon is not. He is not.
Oh, spit it out already, Acolyte.
I'm waiting for you to stop me, like you always do.
We are past that now.
Really?
Really? Go on, don't be afraid.
Moon is not. He isn't. Moon isn't a god. He's not omnipotent. He's not all-knowing. He definitely isn't immortal. It's just a man in a mechanical suit. It's always been a man in a mechanical suit, and he's been murdered. He's dead. Moon is fake and also dead.
There you go. Cathartic.
Terrifying.
Oh.
Why is nobody else having a heart attack right now? Did you hear me? Moon is...
They know, Ava. They have known for quite some time.
All of them?
All of them.
Am I the only one in this nation?
Now, let us not get distracted. I don't know what the two of you are speaking of, but I have to say I am deeply appalled by... Oh, yes, appalled. This is blah... And they are catching on now. Blah... Listen, you lot. This is how things will go. I know that you know, and you know that I know that you know. You get the gist. It's knowing all the way down. Blah. And yet you are wondering who else might be listening. Is this a test? What will she report to the Order? How will this gathering go down in history, and what would I want to be quoted saying? I understand, but I have a complicated case to unravel. And I would prefer to do that without constant exclamations of blasphemy and sacrilege and whatnot. I'm looking at you, Father Catalus. Blah! So, now's your time. You will make your devotion to Moon known. You will express your shock and disgust and purge it, as they say, out of your system. And then you will let me speak uninterrupted. Blasphemy! Heresy! Yes, Father Catalyst, preach the truth. This is heinous, the most sinful of words my ears have had to endure. Sacrilege! Let it be heard that I refuse to take any part in this. Lady Regina? I'm good. Marvelous. Now where were we? Ah yes, the Emperor's chamber. Upon our entrance, we are met with a mechanical suit, and within the suit, a dead body. And at this point, I have to say even I am taken aback. I see an extremely concerning situation, and I know I have to delegate. As poor Sister Ava here has just had a crisis of faith land on her plate, I decide to give her the easier task of reconstructing the murder and revealing the identity of the killer.
Easier? Thank you.
I, meanwhile, concern myself with another identity. The identity of the victim. I assume you all recognize this man? Oh no. Horace! Regina, don't... Oh, give it up already, Xavian. She knows.
So that's why she was operating on a different level from us. She recognized
Yeah.
Morris from the get-go.
That's right. Do you then, Lady Regina, identify this man as Judge Morris?
What?
Yes, I do, damn it. This here is the late judge.
So this isn't Moon? And you knew the whole time?
From the moment I first saw the body, yes.
Right. Of course you knew what the Emperor looked like.
I had never seen the Emperor in my life.
So you recognized the judge.
No, I didn't know what the judge looked like either. Upon our arrival, I thought it was Master Xavian, remember?
But then, how?
Come on, Ava, you examined the body, did you not?
I didn't notice anything.
Oh, but you did notice. In fact, I noticed you noticing to an inappropriate degree. The muscles, Ava. Didn't I clearly tell you emperors are entirely reliant on the suit?
Oh, shit. Yep.
That most of them can barely walk. Granted, there are moons who manage to stay somewhat physically active, but nobody can maintain this kind of physique if they spend most of their days in a metallic coffin.
Oh. Fair enough.
Now, put yourself in my shoes. I am summoned to meet the Emperor, and lo and behold, there is a different man in the suit. My mind starts racing. What is happening here? Has Moon's secret been revealed? At least 2 people must know of the suit, the victim and the killer. And if 2 people know, then how many others? I still maintain I don't know. I said no interruptions, Master Xavian. Anyway, I was very much in the dark at this point, grasping at straws. But then Ava made a discovery. A secret passage opened by 4 levers. 4.
Wait, what does the number of levers have to do with anything?
You can't be serious now, Acolyte. Why did you think there were 4 levers?
I thought it was, just a puzzle.
What is it with you and puzzles?
This is a puzzle game, goddammit!
This isn't a game. Take it seriously. The passage was obviously meant to be opened by 4 people. And within the passage, a plate split into 5 perfectly even pieces. Most of it clicked for me at this point. 5 liters, 5 shards. 4 levers to open the passage, 4 shards on the scales, 3 on one side, 1 on the other.
Wait, what? I understand all these numbers. They're important to you, Mother, but you skipped the biggest question of all.
Which is?
If the dead man was Judge Morris, then where is the God Emperor?
There is no God Emperor, Ava.
I know he's not a god, but...
You misunderstand. There is no emperor at all, god or man. There hasn't been one for a while now.
What?
Let me explain. When I saw the split plate and looked at the pottery in the Emperor's chamber, a narrative entered my mind, a strange yet surprisingly plausible tale, a tale which I have since been able to confirm. Let me relay it to you now, and hopefully things will finally become clear. At some distant point in the past, the latest moon reads the lost writings of Hippocles. And this latest moon, he is an odd one. What his predecessors considered a threat, he sees as inspiration, hope, a potential for change. Our moon, he's been watching the cracks in the system with concern, and so he decides if the plate is to be broken, better do it cleanly. Sometime later, the 5 leaders of the city are summoned to the Emperor's chamber. Inside, they find an empty suit, a set of instructions heavily inspired by the pre-moon era, and a ceramic plate split into 5 even pieces. From now on, they are to take turns in the suit, assuring a balance of interests. As a further assurance, should the current ruler be deemed unfit, the others can vote him out of suit.
So then the shards...
Yes, Ava, the shards are votes. It's a very ancient custom. You really should have taken some time to read Hippocles.
I tried, but it would only let me skim it.
In his time, people were sometimes given the opportunity to make choices. In the desert, parchment was scarce. In fact, almost everything was scarce. But the one thing everyone had too much of was broken pottery. And so they used it to make their voices heard. They used it to vote. As a Hippocles devotee, our emperor simply couldn't resist the symbolism. Is Plint moon?
Maybe. So that's why you were obsessing over the numbers?
Yes, I knew that 4 people voted and 1 was excluded. So I assumed a decision was probably made about the 5th person.
Reasonable. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that follows.
But who was the odd one out? What exactly was this whole kerfuffle about?
Aha!
I'm sure you can see the rest of the story now. For a time, a balance is struck. We helped the farmers a little one year, support the church the next, and then for a change we prop up the intellectual elite. But then, Ruthless takes charge, and the decrees don't stop coming, and suddenly war is imminent.
So that's why Riddless was the only one who was genuinely fond of Moon. Because
when he spoke of Moon's latest decisions, he was really talking about himself. And so the time comes to finally use the shards. The 4 remaining leaders vote, and the general is informed that he is to be replaced by the judge. But here's the problem. The moon-shaped hole, it's still very much there. And it sucks people like Ruthless in with irresistible force. So the general, he is not going to go peacefully. Now you have to understand, General Ruthless, he was a man of a very narrow form of intelligence. A man surprisingly clever in mechanical matters, yet unaware of the fact that you don't explain a sly wink. When such a man thinks of murder, he thinks in terms of its technical execution. He believes he is being devious when he uses Radina's knife, and that he's straight-out genius when he devises a disappearing murder weapon. And yet he still doesn't see that the remaining leaders will obviously know he did it. Because who else, really? He doesn't realize that if you want a formal trial, you shouldn't kill the judge.
boom, got him.
And so on his last day as Moon, the general sets his little trap. And his successor, the judge, is murdered the moment he replaces him in the suit. The remaining leaders are confused at first, a matter not made easier by our sudden presence. But they, you, masters and lady, you soon catch on to what had occurred. You corner Ruthless, apply the right pressure and heat in the right places. You get a confession, and as far as you are concerned, justice is served. Isn't it beautiful, Ava, the respectful silence? And they say people don't learn. Well, Mother Superior. I believe I speak for everyone. Everyone. When I say that this is the most ridiculous pile of hogwash I have ever heard. I say, I have read of this condition, a very particular type of paranoia that forces one to perceive patterns everywhere and so becomes obsessive. Counting lamps, pottery pieces, who knows what else. The worst kind of delusions can stem from this type of mental malaise. I must admire your persistence, Master Xavian, and I have always been one to respect the demand for direct evidence. Therefore, please allow me to call upon my key witness.
Fools! Murderers! Hear the word of Moon! I've entrusted you with a nation to rule! Yet within 4 orbits of the sun, you succumb to petty violence! For your sins, you shall be judged!
Sup, Blint? Still got it. Masters and ladies, let me introduce you to him who illuminates the darkest of souls, the original creator and the final destroyer, the son of the sun and the master of time, his holy light, God Emperor Moon. Howdy. Blah. I knew it.
That's it. I'm officially dead inside. Nothing can surprise me anymore.
I bowed before thee. Oh, shut it, Xavian. You people. You made a fine mess of things, haven't you? I hand you a nation on a plate, and it takes you less than 5 years to start going at each other's throats. Pardon me, your holy light, but what did you expect? Their whole life they've been conditioned to believe. Right, I know. A me-shaped hole and all that. Well, we'll sort things out now, don't you worry. But first I gotta ask, Miss Tiabata, what gave me away? Oh, please, Final Destroyer, the Hippocles texts, the pottery. Once I knew who I was looking for, it was just obvious. Obvious, huh?
She says that a lot.
What? I think they are awaiting your judgment, light who illuminates, etc., etc. Ah, that. Well, let's get on with it then. The shards, I'll find that behind that engraving of me over there, right? Yes, so holiest of holy, just as you, Fine. Then open the passage. Emperor's orders, chop. My deepest apologies, you who tramples upon the... What is it now? I'm afraid we're one short. Ava, will you do the honors?
Really not the time. The lamp is behind our head.
There it is.
There it is.
Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment. And nobody touches my suit.
Oof. That was a lot to take in.
Still puzzled, Acolyte? Some lingering questions?
Well... So there is no Emperor's Plint is the Emperor.
Why'd you break the plates?
I still don't understand why you had to break the other plates.
Oh, that was interesting. See, in Moon's chamber, I was struck by the, shall we say, uneven quality of the ceramics. Some refined, some mediocre, others straight out childish. Who would keep such a collection? Only two types of people maintain this kind of decor. Parents with creative children, and self-taught hobbyists.
Really? Just because of some bad pottery pieces? If I said this, you'd scold me for fantasizing.
Ha! Maybe I would. I'll be the first to admit it was a shot in the dark. But it was enough of a hunch to keep me going. See, at points I was tempted to give in and contact the Order. I thought that Moon may have been removed by force. But then when I saw the plate, I was reassured.
Reassured of what?
You know how much skill it takes to split a ceramic plate into 5 perfectly even pieces.
Fair enough.
Pieces so even that they balance each other out on a scale. I tried it. I had 5 attempts and I didn't even get close. That was my little experiment. Once I knew that a skilled craftsman must have made the votes, and that the Emperor was likely a skilled craftsman. It was enough to convince me that Moon had stepped down voluntarily.
I see. So there is no Emperor or Plint the Emperor? I'm confused. Confused about that. You said there's no Emperor, but now Plint is the Emperor?
I believe I explained that very...
Sorry. It was just a very long speech, you know.
Let me summarize, then. The man you know as Plint is the latest descendant of the Moon Dynasty. Until 5 years ago, he was the Emperor. But then he decided to step down and pass governance to the 5 leaders of the city. He created the 5 votes using one of his decorative plates. He wrote a set of instructions for the leaders, summoned them to his chamber, and left before they could see him. He then adopted the name Plint and lived as a farmer for 5 years, until I visited him at the farms and persuaded him to participate in my little charade.
He still isn't God, right?
Of course not. The Moon Dynasty are perfectly ordinary mortals, just as I told you earlier today. The latest Moon, or Plint, if that's what you prefer to call him, he is no exception.
Right.
All clear now?
I think so.
Let's ask. No cost in asking.
You didn't really explain how you knew Master Plint was the Emperor.
But this one really was easy. There was the pottery connection, which I already explained. But more importantly, how would a simple farmer know of the writings of Hippocles? Farmers tend to be illiterate. You knew as much from the emperor's decrees. But even if a farmer somehow taught himself to read, how could he ever have read a secret scroll that resides in the emperor's vault, one that even the imperial scholar can't access?
Huh. I suppose that one really was obvious.
If you'd known at the time that Moon was still alive, you would have seen it too.
Did Radina know who Plint was? Hey, Lady Radina. You knew, didn't you, about Mr. Plint?
I never really knew, but I'm not stupid. The Emperor disappears, and about a week later, this odd, skinny, impossibly educated man shows up out of nowhere, claiming to be, how did he put it? Just one of the fine common folk of this here nation.
So that's why you protected him.
The man wouldn't have survived a day without me. He had some skill, but he was still very weak. The other farmers would have made short work of him.
Thank you, Lady Radina.
Now, listen up. Emperor's decree. In the event that the 5 leaders of the city fail to fulfill their duties of governance, say just as an example by starting to uncontrollably murder each other left and right, the future of the nation shall be decided by vote. On one side of the scales, the God Emperor is returned to his position, a nation united under a single divine ruler. On the other side, the Council of Leaders remains. Their sins are forgiven. Replacements are found for whoever may or may not have been recently murdered, and the rule of 5 is restored. There shall be 3 deciding votes. Those will be placed by my holy light, me who illuminate, etc., etc. 2, Vigilant Mother Superior Tiabata. 3, Vigilant Sister in Training, Ava. Effective immediately. End of decree. Questions? Could the votes? No questions. Good. Now I got a little ahead of things and I already placed my vote. Miss Tiabata, ready to go do your part? We are Vigilant Sisters, your holy light. We don't make political decisions. You solve problems. And my problem is I don't trust these 3. But I don't trust myself that much either. The 2 of you, on the other hand, strike me as the trustworthy kind. Very well, then. The shards are prepared. They are.
So, you're Moon.
Afraid so, miss.
I prayed to you, you know.
Real sorry about that, miss. It is done. And that was fast. It's going to be exactly balanced.
Yep.
I believe it's your turn now, Acolyte.
But why me? Who am I to?
Who's anyone? Your turn, Miss Ava.
All right.
Let's look at them scales.
I knew it. It's even, but there's no shard left.
I believe you still have one on you, Acolyte.
Right, of course. Want me to use the bloody one?
Who knew? Turns out I'm not entirely bereft of the sense for poetic symbolism.
So which one's yours?
The one that balanced the scales.
You did this on purpose, didn't you? You wanted it to be up to me.
I owe you a choice.
A personal one for myself, not for the whole nation.
Throw them in at the deep end.
It's a stone dais. Emperor rules or the leaders rule? On the one hand, I kind of trust Plint more than I trust any of the remaining, any of his remaining circle.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I am very much opposed to the idea of a dictatorship, even a benevolent one.
Yeah. Like, clearly, it's not going to be benevolent forever. Even if Plint is benevolent now, it wasn't benevolent in the past up until Plint discovered all of this.
And I guess we then have to hope that the rule by group is... It's still pretty bad because you've created this tiny in-group that can hoard power, but...
We're doing it. We're voting.
We're voting for leaders?
Yeah, let's do it.
What a cool game this is. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. Oh, and we're gone. That's why it was called Shards of God. Oh my God. The secret council of the Five is restored and the nation enters a long period of palace intrigue and backstabbing. The stabbing would sometimes be literal. When the secret of the moon suit is finally revealed to the public, as it comes to a surprise as no one. As it turns out, if 5 people knew, everyone knows. The suit is kept for ceremonial purposes. Most see it as rather silly.
That could be worse.
Yeah, I like that. Is such a cool game. I
Yeah.
like this a lot.
That was fun. I
Thanks
like
again,
that.
patrons, for making us play this, because this was flipping great. I had a wonderful time playing this.
Do you would you describe this game as Vivian Core?
I believe so.
Okay.
This definitely feels Vivian Core to me. It's been a while since we played a good point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah.
Especially in a good mystery. I really liked that. It's got some testing our mystery muscles.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Thank you again to all of our patrons for supporting us for another month. It means a lot to us that you see what we do here and think it's worth supporting, and I hope we can keep doing it far into the future. We love to give a super special shout out to the patrons in our I'm Jacked In tier, including Alice,
The Fighting Doll,
and Snow Flurry. People who support us at patreon.com/8pr get access to a couple of Patreon exclusive episodes. You get to see the Patreon potpourri a month before it goes available on the main channel. And you get to see the Patreon exclusive episodes of Ace Attorney. We just released a new one of those a couple days ago. We are now up through the third case of the third game in the original trilogy. So the parts of it that you can't see on the main channel are available for our patrons. And all the money we get from that goes back into the channel, buying our games and helping our equipment set up. So, yeah, that's it.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.